Film Deep Dive number 3, and this isn't so much a number of things about any given game like we talked about with the Giants and Seahawks or the Browns and Titans. This is about Jalen Hurts and Carson Wentz and what the Eagles should do here moving forward. I don't want to read any numbers about Carson. I mean, it's not going well. Turning the ball over, losing, it looks kind of broken.
Yeah.
Should they start Jalen Hurts? This is after he played pretty well as the Packers beat the Eagles 30-16 yesterday.
Right. All right. So first thing is Carson Wentz did nothing egregiously wrong to be benched yesterday. It wasn't like I don't sit there, and again, we can go back and watch the film right after this, and you just want to tell me what plays he misses or what throws he's missing or anything like that. You know, there's not much there. He's under pressure every time. There's not a lot of people open. But I'll say this. The time has come. It's time to go to Jalen Hurts. Carson Wentz needs a break.
Right.
Philadelphia Eagles fans need a break. Everybody needs a break. And the team needs some sort of refresh. Maybe we can bring some new energy, something like that to the football team.
That's a yes to start Jalen Hurts.
Yes, that's a yes to start Jalen Hurts. It is. I think, two things. One, does it give them energy and maybe a different schematical advantage of defenses, what they have to worry about because of his running ability and all that? Yeah, so maybe that gives them a little help to win a football game here down the stretch or do that. So that's one reason I say yes. The other reason I would say yes is, I think Carson Wentz is a beaten puppy. That's the phrase I used this morning. It's just everything's his fault. Defense lets up a touchdown. Oh, Carson Wentz, he sucks.
Yeah.
Darius Slay gets burned. Carson Wentz sucks. It's like anything Philadelphia goes wrong, Carson Wentz gets blamed for it.
Yeah.
I don't love that aspect of it. But he also compounds it at times too with stupid sacks and holding the ball. I think really egregiously, what was his worst one of the day? The one on the it was 7-3. It was a 3rd and 7. They were kind of on fringe field goal territory. It was 6:19 left in the second quarter. No one open. Pocket collapses. He takes a sack. He's just got to find ways to throw the ball there in some of those scenarios to just save his team because they have their points. Points are not easy for that football team.
He's not lacking talent or toughness.
No.
But something, aside from the team not being nearly as good as it should be around him, something has really regressed.
Definitely.
Him.
Yeah.
What is that something you think?
I think it's lack of talent, one around him.
Yeah.
I do think he's pressing. I think
That's a real thing.
The whole Nick Foles Super Bowl, Jalen Hurts in the second round. Everybody expected us to be better. I carried the team last year when we were kind of crappy and things worked out. And I think he's just going too far. And, within that, is he pressed to make stupid decisions? Does it press him to hold the ball in the pocket too long? Yes. And the one thing, too, I'll say this just mechanically about Carson Wentz. He's going to have to go back to the drawing board a little bit. If I was just going to be really critical about him as a thrower, he's too elbowy as a thrower, I would say. Okay? Like, listen, when you see Mahomes or Rodgers, right, they're right here in this motion. It's right here. Carson Wentz's first motion is elbow up. Cock the elbow and then do that. That again, is not going to lend itself to accurate, consistent throwing all the time. And I know.
Is that fixable? I mean, because guys have tweaked their motions. Look
Yeah,
at
I don't
Brady,
know if
look
it
at
is.
Rodgers the
Right.
last 10, 12 years. But
Right.
That's a pretty big one.
That's a big one. I don't know if it's fixable.
Yeah.
But I would like to see a little bit of a less drastic elbow thing there because it becomes way too much of an arm, shoulder, hinge at the elbow joint type of throw. And I also know he has a sore elbow from time to time as well. So that would lead to that because it's just you're throwing all arm and all elbow when you do that.
If you were making that call, if
Yeah.
you were the one making the call to
Right.
start Jalen Hurts, would you be doing so with the mindset, I'm hitting pause on Carson Wentz. I'm giving him a break.
Yes.
It's not over. Just sit down for a minute. Or is it more of I think I might be moving on?
No, I'm pausing and giving it a break and going to just give it all to Jalen Hurts and we'll evaluate it. I don't think they can move on. They can't. They're really stuck with Carson Wentz. You look at his salary, if they cut him next year, the dead money, it's around the 30 million range. It's a huge number. So I just can't imagine that happening, let alone Howie Roseman and Doug Peterson, they're invested in Carson Wentz. So I think this is going to be more of a, hey, let's give him a break. We're not very good. And let's see what we have with Jalen Hurts and maybe we find something. Or at the very least, Philadelphia fans see it and go,
Right.
he's not the quarterback. okay, that's done. He can't play quarterback.
Yeah.
And then you can go back to Carson Wentz, whether you like that or not.
Do you think it's more likely that he's going to come in and play well, or that he's going to be a little?
I have big questions about it. I do. Now, I like the man. He's got great charisma and poise and all of that. They might catch some teams off guard at first because he might bring a few things to the table that teams aren't ready for as far as his ability to run and things like that. But just even what I saw as a pure thrower in this game.
Yep.
Yeah, yep, you saw it too.
It looks different. He threw one ball from the pocket, middle of the field or right hash, all the way to the left. And the same way when, like, if you're at a baseball game, you're watching someone throw 95 and someone comes in and throws 88.
He threw a changeup.
It looks a lot different. That first one he threw where it kind of needed to be driven, it wasn't.
He can't drive the ball.
Doesn't mean he can't play.
Yeah.
But he's going to have to do some other things really well.
Exactly right. I think that's it. And again, it's his first time playing real. I don't want to be too critical here. I know we all want to answer on these guys after 4 plays. Is he going to be great or not? I don't know. It's only been 4 plays. I got to watch a little bit more. But yeah, the throwing still would concern me. There were still throws where I just go, that doesn't look good. Mm-hmm. It's a very slow, deliberate delivery. Even on the interception that he throws at the end of the football game. Hey, the game's over. I don't give a damn he threw an interception or anything like that. But what I do look at is the ball took so long to gather and throw the ball. Yeah. The guy was open. He should have got rid of it before he got hit. The guy was coming right at him. He saw it, but it's all slow that way. And it led to him not getting it out in time, and then it gets intercepted.
We spent time, February, March, it's probably February, thinking about the way COVID went. We were still getting together back there and watching tape of the guys.
Yep.
Did you say Jalen Hurts, his arm was an independent contractor?
Yes, that's the word I used.
Like the lower body wasn't helping much. I had that thought when I was watching him throw yesterday, and when the velocity just wasn't what you expect. So explain that concept again.
He gets, I wish I could stand up, but again, if you watched Aaron Rodgers or Mahomes or any really great thrower in the football, a lot of the times, yes, like you're talking about, the upper body, lower body, they all work together to be a powerful thrower, a consistent thrower, right? And they always get this involved, right? You see Rodgers and Mahomes, they get in this position, right? We've talked about this a lot. Old John Elway pictures. He's like this. You could read the name on the back of his jersey because he wants to get like this, so now they can uncork it, and really you're not throwing with your arm. If you do everything right with your body, the arm will slot itself in the right spot. And that's what the good quarterbacks have realized. With the Jalen Hurts, he got to just sit there, no movement with this, and it kind of just all happens with the arm. There's no shoulder movement. There's nothing else like that. And that's what I mean by independent contractors.
Right.
It's that type of thrower. So we'll see. His stats are okay, right? You're going to see 5 for 109. I mean, the long touchdown pass, Jair Alexander, I don't know what he was doing. He blew the coverage.
Right.
I mean, so that led to an easy one. And the competitive part of the game was a little bit over when he got in the game, and he was able to take advantage of a few very soft, easy coverages for some completions, right. And that led to better numbers than I think the reality.
Bradley Lamps asks, was it just the broadcaster that Hurts have wide open receivers to throw to in the second half? I haven't seen open Eagles receivers since 2018.
Yeah, there was open receivers. There's no doubt. Now, I think, like I said, I think the intensity of the game was a little bit over.
Right.
Green Bay, I think, was also like, oh, wait, are they going to try to run with him? So they got in some of those type of defenses. But I sat there and watched that film and I went, man, Carson Wentz must be sitting there going, what the hell? He throws like 5 or 6 passes and like 2 or 3 of the guys are wide open. Nobody's been that open all year long. But I don't want to take anything away from Jalen Hurts, too. This is very early. I just trying to voice my concerns. He threw a great fade down the left sideline his first drive with Jalen Reagor. That was great. And he doesn't look overwhelmed. That's the one thing I like about Jalen Hurts. And if they can play it the right way, right? Mm-hmm. Run the ball with them, run the ball with the running backs, use them as a decoy, bootlegs, few simple play actions, screens. Well, we'll see. Then maybe you could start to develop and throw more on his plate. Hey, here's this drop back pass. Here's this drop back pass. Now let's see where it goes. You got nothing to lose, Philly. You guys stink. Let's do it.
A quick reset on this one. I want to bring it back to Carson Wentz.
Mm-hmm.
You would start Jalen Hurts.
I would.
You have concerns about how successful he can be.
Yes.
You don't think they're moving on from Carson Wentz.
I don't.
Can you recall any time recently or since you've been following it since your dad played where a big name, high pick quarterback was struggling for whatever reason, shown to the bench for a few weeks, and
then came back
better because of that time where he got to like, okay, thank God it's not me out there for this next month. I'm going to come back better next season. Top of my head, I couldn't come up with anybody. And Pete, feel free to chime in here if you come up with somebody. But nobody really comes to mind who had that experience, went to the sidelines for a bit, and came back and was the man they were supposed to be.
I can give you one.
He says Drew Brees, but...
Well, yeah, but no. All right, I'll give you one. This is one that people are going to forget about.
Yeah.
1988, 49ers benched Joe Montana and played Steve Young.
They did.
And then Joe Montana came back in and led his team to the Super Bowl and the clutchest drive maybe in Super Bowl history to beat the Bengals.
Right.
So there's one.
Yeah.
It is few and far between. That was a good one by me. Woo! Yeah. That was a quarterback Jeopardy. I should get an extra one
32
right there.
years he goes back.
No.
Yeah.
But you're right. This is a very rare story. Hey, early in my dad's career, he was benched and then came back in and was a different player. Even in 1990, he got hurt. Hostetler went and won the Super Bowl. 91, he had to sit on the bench. So, I have to think about that a little bit more. But that's the only one that popped in my head is the Joe Montana one.
Yeah. Pete, tell me that one more time. Brees got benched for 5 years in 03 for Doug Flutie.
That's right. Well, that started them in the conversation of wanting to draft a quarterback.
Right.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's right. So there's one. I'm not giving up on Carson Wentz.
Right.
I know that. I've seen enough good to go, you just don't abandon Carson Wentz. I don't know. I don't know how Philadelphia feels about him. I don't know. I know their fans don't like him a whole lot right now, but I think they're going to have him back as their starting quarterback next year. That's for sure.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.